all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Ah, Mom, this boy is a handful.
As if you were any different.
Then what about a memory? Say a lifetime of stories. Wash away the dirt and not the memories with Boom Bubble Plus washing powder.
Let the memories fade away.
Boom, and the dirt is gone. Introducing the Smart Kicker from iConnect, the most affordable smartphone on the market. With a follow focus capable 2-megapixel camera, you can't miss out on any of the action. Over 400 hours of standby battery time and 32 gig external memory. That's more than enough space for all your series, music, pics, apps and games. Get yours today from iConnect for a limited offer of only 499 kwacha, including 300 MB iSpot internet from iConnect. The Smart Kicker, available at iConnect. iConnect, make it happen.
The big day, everybody, and tonight we'll witness history in the making, y'all. Maki 2 all the way from Kokopala versus Slamdism and Nizzle. The moment you've all been waiting for. Maki 2 versus Slamdism.
Here's what you all been missing. Monster flows, fire flows, no normal kitchen. Flavor ikupa so can you upanga decision. Bigger than us, me and you and the mission.
Down Biggie Man International, you man got see ever they have to know. Nobody on the corner got swagger like us, but the other one is bigger than us.
This moment is bigger than us.
Iyatikurilaku is bigger than us.
Both of us, me and you, is bigger than us. Bigger than us.
Monster Pops are not just big, they're monster big. Try out our Wacky Fusion, Magic Forest, Tongue Painter, and Black Forest. Monster Pops, the biggest pop in town.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free, so let's chill. Have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Jungle.
Good evening and thank you so much for joining us on Prime Television's main news bulletin. To present it, I'm Abigail Mtale. First, we take a look at the stories making headlines. A woman of John Lane compound abandons matrimonial house for beer. PF not serious with fight against corruption, charges Tilienji Kaunda. Aspiring Munali MP Patrick Mungo asks governments to restrict construction of mosques. And in international news, xenophobia in South Africa still on. Well, for these and other interesting stories, join me shortly after the break. Now the main news in detail. A woman of John Lane compound has abandoned her matrimonial house and kids following her addiction to alcohol. Maria Kaungo abandoned her husband with 2 children and has not returned home for the past 2 weeks when she left for drinking. According to her husband, Ben Kaungo, her wife disappeared in the night and went for drinking, adding that for the past 2 weeks she has not returned. He has complained that her wife drinks too much and this has led her to abandon her matrimonial house for the love of beer. Mr. Kaungo has charged that it is surprising that a mother would leave her house because of loving to drink beer. He says life has become difficult for him because he is looking after the 2 kids, which are twins and still very young.
Each and every time nikakomboka konchito peze kati ba madamu pa nyumba palibe nishibaenda kumwamoba. Iyo day ametina mbana nabwera na peza nishibakumbali mubaba kumwamoba. Nabatenga mushemushe tieni kunyumba tabwera kunyumba. Tagona nogona mushemushe na kunyumba takomwako mushemushe. Nibore nyanga sasa muka usiku kubero peza muzanga pa bedi palibi. Kana kamene bali sinzi bako kamene bali so bana ijade nabasi yako kuli basista wanga kuja. So hapa ni sinizi wanameneza basitira bana ngati baona bana mwana life ngati ya kondesa ya ikonda maningi bwera utenge bana basunge mushemushi.
United National Independence Party UNIP has charged that PF has failed to fight corruption and there is lack of seriousness from President Edgar Lungu. UNIP President Tilienji Kaunda says from the time PF and its leader Edgar Lungu took power, there has been no headway in the fight against corruption. Mr. Kaunda says corruption under PF is getting worse because it is receiving a blessing from PF leadership. He says lack of seriousness to fight corruption has made Zambia a worse country to live in because corruption has brought inequality. Mr. Kaunda was speaking in an interview with Prime Television News in Lusaka. He adds that it will be difficult for people of Zambia to vote PF back in 2016 because it has failed to perform.
I think that when it comes to the issue of corruption, I think the mindset in the country needs to change. And we need to understand that when you take something that is not yours, then you're removing something from the fellow citizens. And I think that we as youth would like to see a corruption-free society. And obviously, we would urge the government to take matters of corruption seriously. And if they take steps in the right direction, we shall support them. If they do not, then we shall raise the issue. Right now, the PF is in charge. We're not saying that UNIP is a party of angels, but they're the ones in charge now. So our prayers are with them, that God grants them the wisdom and the strength to take strong measures against this issue of corruption, which for some years now has been dragging, has been holding on to the development of our nation. So much money has gone unaccounted for. So at some point this needs to be, the slide downward needs to be halted.
The Federation of Free Trade Unions of Zambia has commended workers countrywide for their patience and resiliency during the 2-year wage freeze, but has asked government to motivate the workers by implementing the lifting of the wage freeze. FFTUZ President Chingati Msiska says workers in the country have been patient enough to abide by government's 2-year wage freeze, hence they should be commended. He says the trade union has been in consultation with government and hopes that dialogue between the two parties will be enhanced for the betterment of the Zambian worker. He has, however, thanked President Edgar Lungu for lifting the wage freeze. During this year's Labor Day celebrations, President Edgar Lungu, while addressing the workers, announced lifting of the wage freeze imposed on the civil service since 2013.
The labor movement, we are looking forward to the conclusion of the negotiations in this before the end of the year, because it was announced that the negotiations should be concluded by that time. And we want to urge the power that be that we need to see a lot of seriousness and commitment, because it's one thing announcing or declaring that this has been removed as it is, but we are looking at a situation where the pronouncement is made into fruition, meaning it has to be implemented. The word, of course, to the civil servant and the workers in Zambia in general is that I think we need to, we thank them for their patience. Of course, they have been patient for some time and they have waited for this long. And we hope we'll continue to be that, but obviously we have to be productive as well. And we have to be dedicated to duty and work to the maximum in order for us to get a better reward.
Government will construct an accident museum for educational purposes with the hope of inculcating responsibility in drivers and passengers. Road Transport and Safety Agency RATSA Chief Executive Officer Zindaba Soko says his organization and government are looking for a scrapyard where vehicles involved in accidents from way back could be displayed. Mr. Soko says the museum will be constructed systematically to be used for educating the public and motorists on the negative impact that accidents have on society. He says the accident museum will also display causes of specific accidents and how these could have been prevented. And Mr. Soko has implored the private sector to have a basic transport safety policy in their places of work for employees. Patriotic Front Kamwala Yard 5 youth vice chairperson has called on traders in Kamwala trading area to join hands and report any person harassing their fellow traders. Richard Soko says for a long time traders in Kamwala have been facing harassment and their trading stands grabbed from them by foreigners who feel they have all the power to do so. He says time has come that Zambians work together regardless of political affiliation so that sanity is brought in markets for the benefit of all. He has assured the traders in the area that the PF will ensure it cleans up the market by getting rid of all illegal traders and those fond of harassing the Zambians. He has further appealed to business organizations around Kamwala to offer support to the good intentions of the party.
And we are saying as Kamwala Ward 5 Patriotic Front youths as I'm representing the youth, we are saying we're going to clean, and all those who have got issues to do with the police, who happen to beat people, and those who actually imposed themselves in leadership in branches at Kamwala Market and Kamwala trading areas, we are making sure that they move away, and we want the police to do their duty to actually arrest those guys. For the president gave the directive to say whoever brings violence the law should visit them. And the other thing what we just want to say is we want to warn all those foreigners who are operating in Kamwala Market, minus having papers. We want them to leave Kamwala and do make sure that we do not want have a situation whereby we have Congolese mishandling and mistreating our people who are actually Zambians and are voters for Zambians.
You are watching the live broadcast of Prime Television's main news bulletin with me, Abigail Mtale. Just a reminder of the top stories as we take a commercial break. A woman of John Lane compound abandons matrimonial house for beer. PF not serious with fight against corruption, charges Tilienji Kaunda. Aspiring Munali MP Patrick Mungo asks governments to restrict construction of mosques. We'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned.
It starts with a single seed. Patience. Dedication. Attention to detail.
I'ma sip it up, everybody sipping, I'ma sip my hell.
It's here, I'ma sip my hell. Eat well, drink well, feel good.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill. Have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Fun. Style. Freshness. Great taste. It's here. It's fun. It looks cool. And it tastes great. Are you ready?
Shake, 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 shake and sip.
Introducing Shake and Sip, the new irresistibly smooth fruity milk. potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. We continue with the news. 2016 aspiring Munali candidate Patrick Mungo has appealed to governments to consider restricting the construction of mosques. Mr. Mungo says inasmuch as Zambia allows the freedom of worship, it should not be taken for granted that some religions, like the Muslims, can construct as many mosques in the country as they wish to. He says it is the same issues that have brought conflicts in other countries between Christians and Muslims. He has further called on governments to implement rules that will restrain Muslims from putting veils on their faces in public to avoid terrorism.
Looking at the rate at which Islam is growing across the country, Zambia, I'm worried that soon we are going to be seeing Christians and the Muslims fighting each other, like the way it is happening in Tanzania, the way it is in Kenya, the way it is in Nigeria and other countries. So my proposal to the government is that let them introduce a law which is not going to allow the Muslim people to construct as many mosques as they can at the national level. You know, I'm not saying that these people should not practice their right of religion. No. They have the right to do whatsoever they want. But what we are trying to do is to prevent the country called Zambia. Because when you look at Zambia, it's a Christian nation declared, guided and governed by the 10 commandments of God. So you look at countries like Congo Brazzaville as well as also France. They have introduced laws where a Muslim is not allowed to put a veil in front of the people, especially in public. So these are some of the things that we must look into because of terrorism.
Foundation for Democratic Process says there is need for the citizenry to ensure that they take the leading role if corruption is to be done away with. FODEP Executive Director McDonough Chipenzi says inasmuch as the police traffic officers and RATSA officers were rated as two of the most corrupt, officers cannot be entirely blamed as the road users entice the officers in getting bribes. Mr. Chipenzi says most road users in the country did not go through lessons and training for them to know the road rules, and therefore they end up bribing officers on the road. Mr. Chipenzi was reacting to a survey conducted by the Transparency International Zambia and the Anti-Corruption Commission, where the Zambia Police and RATSA were ranked as the two most corrupt institutions in the country.
We need to do a lot. Of course, people have cited the poor pay and so on and so forth. Yes, that could be one of the reasons. But beyond that is the citizenry, which is not well sensitized. Because corruption is perpetuated by the citizenry. The police, even if he has no interest to get a bribe, once the citizenry go there. And also our laws are too punitive rather than corrective. Okay, so you find that you have, for example, you have a shattered your car, or maybe when you're coming, your windscreen has been shattered. You reach a roadblock, you explain, or they will say no, according to they will quote the law, and you pay. Have you solved the problem? No.
A political activist has asked Zambia police to name the political party from which those arrested for selling land illegally are from. Lonely Tatila says it is sad that each time cadres from political parties are arrested, there is no mention of the party they belong to. He says people are tired of hearing reports that suspected cadres have been arrested for selling land without mentioning which party they belong to. Mr. Tatila was speaking in an interview with Prime Television News in Lusaka. He has asked that if nothing is done to disclose the name of the party, more cadres will feel protected to continue doing so. Recently, Zambia police arrested 27 political cadres for illegally allocating land in Lusaka West Kalundu area.
We commend the police for arresting 23 people that were found allocating land in Munali constituency. But also I want to state very clear that we are tired of hearing suspected people. Can you tell us which name of a political party where these people are coming from? Because it has been now 2 years when you're just telling us suspected people. Tell us which political party they are coming from, so that people, Zambians, they may know. And the other thing is that we should know that actually 90% of the areas in Lusaka were given by cadres. Therefore, it tells you that the government is weak, and they should work on a system whereby actually they can make sure that a common man can access land.
Well, we take another break, but stay tuned for some sports and international news.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Mom, can I help you to cook?
No. Remember what I always tell you? Wash your hands.
Okay. Dad, this is a germ freezer. Go, wash your hands.
Good personal hygiene is important at all times. That's why medical experts recommend Romeo Plus medicated soap. It eradicates over 97% of harmful germs. Healthy families use Romeo Plus medicated soap. Romeo Plus medicated soap. Love, care, protect.
Shake, 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 shake and sip. Delicious and healthy for you and your family. Nutrition and energy. Your food is tasty, yeah.
Yonsuna yowama yotelela mushi ilina mafleva yosiyana yonseni yabwino anso ibasa mpamvu kosataya ndawi yesa shake and see yokumwana banjana anzako onsibasako ambuye na makolo ako ilimbisa tu ikondwesa ana kosataya ndawi yesa shake and see.
Shake and sip when fresh meets fruity.
Welcome back. In international news, the latest wave of xenophobic attacks against foreign nationals occurred in South Africa's Isipingo, located in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Thousands were displaced from their homes and up to 5 people were reported to have been killed when violence spread through the province. It began a week after Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini was reported to have said that foreigners should pack their bags and go back home. The king later denied making those comments, but within days the violence had spread to the country's most popular city, Johannesburg. Since the end of the apartheid, migrants from all over the world, especially African countries, have flocked to the Southern African nations, cities and towns looking to escape the poverty and political intolerance in their home countries. Burundi's government has vowed a major crackdown on political protests, accusing opposition and civil society groups of providing cover for a terrorist enterprise. Burundi's Security Minister Gabriel Nizigama said on Saturday an overnight grenade attack that killed 3 people, including 2 police officers, was linked to those who say they are demonstrating against the controversial bid by the Central African nation's president to save a 3rd term in office. Following the announcement, Burundi's defense minister declared the army's neutrality in the political crisis and called for an end to attacks on citizens' rights. And finally, in sports news, Catherine Perry entered the ring on Saturday night in the battle of the ages against Christina McMahon of the Irish Republic, the interim WBC bantamweight title at Mulungushi International Conference Center in Lusaka. Catherine, 22, has 11 fights, 10 wins, and her loss to Christina, 40, becomes the first defeat to her name. Christina McMahon, who is unbeaten with 6 straight wins, now becomes World Boxing Council WBC Gold Bantamweight champion with 7 straight wins since entering the sport in 2007, was a late replacement after 31-year-old Carolina Rodriguez of Mexico declined to fight Catherine. Here are the highlights of the matches. As we end the news, we take a look at the stories that made headlines. A woman of John Lane compound abandons matrimonial house for beer. PF not serious with fight against corruption, charges Tilienji Kaunda. Aspiring Munali MP Patrick Mungo asks governments to restrict construction of mosques. And finally, xenophobia in South Africa still on. Well, thank you so much for staying with us. On behalf of the production team and the news crew, this has been Abigail Mtade. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.
Words.
Mom, this boy is a handful.
As if you were any different.
Then what about a memory? A lifetime of stories. Wash away the dirt and not the memories with Boom Bubble Plus washing powder.
Let the memories fade away.
Boom, and the dirt is gone.
The big day, everybody, and tonight we'll witness history in the making, y'all. Maki 2 all the way from Kokopala versus Slamdism and Nizam.
flows, monga mu kitchen. Flavor ikupa so can you upanga decision. Bigger than us, me and you and the mission. Ciao, Biggie Man International, you man got the ever they have to know. Nobody on the corner got swagger like us, but the other one is bigger than us. This moment is bigger than us. Is bigger than us. Both of us, me and you, is bigger than us. Bigger than us.
Monster Pops are not just big, they're monster big. Try out our Wacky Fusion, Magic Forest, Tongue Painter, and Black Forest. Monster Pops, the biggest pop in town.
You see, I have never fought with a lion. I have never hunted through the forest in pursuit of food, but I do have the fighting spirit. Because for decades, my people fought for freedom, and in 1964, we won. I love to do the Fwemba, the Kalela, the Kwasa Kwasa. I wear Chitenge. So does my girlfriend. I eat crisps, not crisps. I love Nsima, Kapenta, Chihuahua, Delele. I'm Josh, and I'm proud to be Zambian.
iConnect, celebrating 50 years of Zambia's independence. Hashtag OnlyFazed. iConnect, make it happen.
It starts with a single seed. Patience. Dedication. Attention to detail.
I'ma sip, sip, sip it up. Everybody sipping, I'ma sip my hell.
It's here. I'ma sip, sip my hell. Eat well, drink well, feel good.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch. Fun. Style. Freshness. Great taste. It's here. It's fun. It looks cool. And it tastes great. Are you ready?
Shake, 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 shake and sip.
Introducing Shake and Sip, the new irresistibly smooth fruity milk.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.